The Phantom of the Opera is a 1925 silent film classic based on the novel of the same name. It stars Lon Chaney as the titular Phantom, a mysterious figure who dwells under the Paris Opera House. He wears a mask to hide his malformed face and tries to win the affections of a chorus girl named Christine through his music. Hey guys, today we are looking at the Phantom of the Opera figure from NECA. Let's get into it. First off, starting with the box art, it's always on point with NECA. You've got nice figure pictures on the back, and on the front you've got a very nice recreation of the original movie poster. Alright, first of all, we're going to look at the heads. You got a lot of heads here. You've got 5 of them. You've got the masked head, unmasked heads, the open mouth version, and just various expressions, all sculpted very nicely. But there are a lot of options here, guys. Okay, next up we're going to take a look at the cape. Nice black cape. Very nice velvet finish to it. It also has a wire armature in either side of the cape, which allows you to pose it along with the figure. The collar is a little harder plastic, flexible but a little harder, very nicely sculpted, and a rope to put around the ball joint of the figure. Okay, next up we've got the hands. This figure comes with 4 hands. The ones I'm holding is a reaching left hand and a gripping right hand. Very nicely sculpted, nicely detailed, as NECA always does. The hand is made to hold this cane. Now, I'm not sure if this cane is movie accurate. Knowing NECA, it probably is, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of detail to it. It's just kind of plain. And I dropped it, as you do. Next, we've got the hat. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a fedora-brimmed hat or what you would call it, but it is a hat that slips on a head like hats are supposed to do. And that brings us to the main event. Here is the NECA Lon Chaney figure. Here are the 2 other hands. It's got a reaching right hand, a pointing left hand. The hands swivel all the way around. They'll rotate all the way around, rather. There's a little bit of up and down movement, but not too much. Your arms swivel all the way around. The elbows are obviously articulated. They do not straighten completely, but it works well for this figure. Next, taking a look at the head, the articulation is up, down, left, right, a little side to side. It does crunch at the waist, just a little, not a lot. The legs do have full range of motion. They'll swivel left and right, side to side. Obviously there's articulation at the knee, and you can place him in a sitting position in case you want him sitting at his organ. His feet are articulated. Not much to talk about, just kind of left and right, side to side. Alright, taking a look at the upper sculpting detail, I guess you would say, if it'll come into focus. Great likeness of Lon Chaney, the character Phantom of the Opera. They nailed it. I love the sculpt on the clothing. I've never been able to get the wrinkles. I've sculpted before. I could do heads well. I can't do clothes. I don't know why. Also, great attention to detail on the balding head. I have empathy for the follically challenged. Overall, just a fantastic figure. Great sculpting, as NECA always does. Great paint job, great attention to detail. Let's put the cape on. As anyone who collects these figures know, the heads and other body parts can sometimes be difficult to pop off. So here you just take the rope, put it over the neck, and pop the head right back on. Now when you do have difficulty, the best thing you can do is take a hairdryer, put a little bit of heat to it, the part that you're trying to put on, not the ball joint, and it should pop on pretty easy. So there's not too much more I can add about this figure. The sculpt is fantastic, of course. NECA always knocks it out of the park. The detail, the paint job, the face sculpt is just amazing. And these figures come in at a good $30 to $35, $40 price range, which is a pretty good. You're not breaking the bank with it, and you get a very, very high quality product. The other nice thing about these NECA figures is they never really seem to go anywhere. You can always find them at a decent price online for a couple years after their initial run. This fella comes in at about 6 inches, which is right on par with all of the NECA Universal Monster figures. Okay, that's all I got for you this round. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you liked the video, and we'll see you on the next one.